Porsche.
Thank you, Mr. Nwabo. Guys, are you inspired? Are you? Yes. I forgot I took down the volume here. 1, 2, yeah. How do you portray as a person? Starting from today, go find yourself.
Okay.
So this is the deal that we are having. Of course, we'll buy him a gift, but it's just also to teach him how to use money.
Yes.
So he always prefers, let me save this one. Some of the stories you could relate with Mr. Maseko as he speaks. So we are.
Everybody. My name is Rachel Jacqueline Pahlamasaka. I go by the name Rachel. That I want to ask, I think I had a few here, but I would start with some of them. I'll scroll around. I wanted to know, since you said...
Okay. I'll tell you a funny story. You know, a friend of mine, school, at Hula Secondary School, you know, to me, I think one very big for them. Good debating team, and Mem Jelo, who is the headmaster now, and who are my team, because I was very good in school. I had friends, about 12 of them, the Bafunda in the I was the only one who Befunda Elokshin. So obvious, if you are English, it wasn't it so? Yes. So I was the coconut in the school. So I talked a lot, you understand? I was passionate. And I got involved in the debating, and I became in Davidton, all trophies in all 13 secondary schools of Davidton because I was a speaker. You understand? I may have not been good in other things, sports, but God said, then you'll speak and change people's life. But then, to answer you precisely, what has made me to be a speaker and to be very passionate about it and to have a burning desire to change people's life? In the year 2004, my friends and I were a group of young people. They used to call us B2K back then because we used to dress like them. We are from Carnival City, Babuka. Umasbuya, Iveko, indlula under a bridge in Davidton, and then I see a young child sleeping there, and that was a turning point for me. That's when I founded Best Man and Woman Akenwi Foundation, because I wanted to make a difference, and I knew that if I run this organization, it's going to require me to stand in front of young people and to speak to them. I may not know who that child was or where that child is today in life, probably still alive or dead, I do not know. But that child changed my life in order to change other people's lives.
Okay, next one.
Good morning once again. My name is Kagiso Mabisani, but known as Vodka. So, sir, you spoke about something you first speaking in class, in front of the classroom where, like, everyone failed.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you, I guess they gave you an opportunity to speak every Monday in front of the school.
Yes.
Let's say now, the same opportunity which they gave you when you got there in front of that school, you knew, yes, you can speak. But during the 3 sessions, 3 Mondays, you couldn't speak the way which you wanted to speak. Would you still continue speaking to people, or you would have stopped?
Oh, not to me. I've got my own microphone. Not to me. So it's shy. Person around things. Vowing for you, speak now. And you know what happened when I left Tula Secondary School? A bunch of learners were now Monday different, being given. Ningasabi buza my question, guys. Ask, feel free.
I think before I even get a bit of, I came late because I was from work now, and then I kind of like alerted Mr. Manyisa that I'm going to be late. Guys, when he actually started teaching me about what I want, created right in front of decide on. He said, tomorrow we have a meeting, 10 o'clock. If you arrive 1 minute past 10, we're done. We're not going to have that meeting. Importance of time, because even right now I was like, what if the meeting is over and I haven't even heard anything? And I'm pretty sure that some of the questions that I wanted to ask you most probably even touched on that topic already. Time is very important. Character. I think I have a relatable story that happened 3 days back. We were supposed to be getting paid at work, so we have other people that just came late, and they came for the money, not really to help around. So we've been around for a very long time. And then they made a suggestion in the meeting. They said, about, since now we want 20 people and there's 40 of you, how about the first 20 get paid, and then the following months, the other 20 will get paid? Nobody was saying anything. So out of the goodness of my heart, I think I raised my hand and I was like, I agree with the suggestion. Everybody said, we agree with the suggestion. Others were very quiet. I could see that they do not really agree quite well. I thought about it during the day, and in the morning, I came late. When I arrived, I allowed everybody to talk, and I said, I think I withdraw my statement back. Because it's not fair for others who have worked last year and never got paid, and they gave it their all. Now we have new people, just because they are new and they also want to get paid, they must get paid. No, the 20 that gets chosen will get paid throughout. And if you did not get chosen, you could still continue with the work. And they said, I think you discussed it somewhere with other people. Now they said, we also don't agree. And I said, no, I actually did not discuss it with other people. I never got a chance to actually think it through. You thought about it first, and now you give it to me, and I must think about it in 2 seconds. Now I agreed with something, I do not really agree with it. So yes, the person of character also, sometimes you get to a point where you want this because everybody's doing it. At some point, you know your true self, and I think I struggle with that too. Once you start, you realize that you can't be all over the place. True. There is you having to decide, I want this for myself, where I can indulge. I think it goes for else. I think everybody in the room can relate, where, especially if you're a church goer. I think I call myself a city kid at some point, but somewhere I know I need to be in those shoes where there is no friends, there is no what be. For others, no, there's a leader and a boss. I think that's what Mr. Maseko was talking about. We have a leader inspires, a boss is the one that you are scared of. When they enter a room, you're like, yo, this one already wants this. Rather, with a leader, you inspire or encourage change and also creativity. I think another speaker once said that if you want work to be done, choose the laziest people in the room, because they'll always make sure they find creative ways to get the work done.
True.
Yes. So I think, let me not ask the question. I just wanted to tell the story, I think.
All right,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thank you. Anyone else ask a question? You look like you want to ask a question. Where?
Hello guys, once again. My name
Call you Lee.
Lee. Yes.
Oh, hi, Lee.
Okay. with your very much it takes right. So that's all.
Thank you. That's true.
Anyone else wants to ask a question? Yes, ma'am.
Greeting. No. I've met a lot of people who that depression. Hey, they can't do this because I don't know my mother. Even if he fails or she fails at school, the reason will be I don't have parents, I don't have a mother. So I want to know, how can we help those people who are like that? Because of every blame, it's like I don't have a mother. Hey, my uncle doesn't want to help me. Hey, my family hates me, and they don't hate him. Because most of the people, when they don't have parents, they just behave somehow.
Okay.
And then when they try to
let me answer that. I heard you. It's a good question. Suspect, then there's a victim. Ne? There's a policeman, there's a suspect, then there's a victim. A suspect is the one whom we think did whatever they are being accused of. Ne? The victim is the one, what was done is done. Then the policeman, in this case, would be abantu abakhulisile when your parents are not there. Ne? Now, generally, if we may be honest, people don't usually like amaphoyisa, we know, generally. Ne? Now, what happens is, if you don't like the police people, which are the people that are raising you, you start making yourself a victim. And you start seeing things that do not exist. Ne? Things that are not going to help us go anywhere in life. So the first thing to do, in order for you not to live negative,